Yes, I'm honored. And in fact, I notice you post a lot on Facebook and LinkedIn. And I just like to talk about your recent post because it was so powerful. You mentioned that I read the other day that there's no such thing as stagnation. A thing is either living or dying. Oh wow, that's just so powerful. Would you mind just
Mm.
sharing how did that come about and why did you share that?
Yeah, so thank you for engaging with me online. I often say to people, Andrew, that if I didn't have, if I wasn't running my own business, I probably wouldn't be very active on social media. So for me, I have a healthy relationship with social media, and it allows me to reach all the different people who might benefit from my message because many years ago, I was that person searching for teachers, people to help me. And I found a lot of them online, So for me, the internet and social media have been a blessing. Now, that post it's inspired by the same thing that inspires all my posts. I listen to people's stories for a living. I help them problem solve. I share my own stories with my own coaches, my own teachers. They help me problem solve. And one thing I know for sure, Andrew, is whatever you're going through, others are also going through it. Not everybody on planet Earth, but there are enough people going through what you're going through, such that if you just share honestly, it will resonate. And I get that feedback a lot about my social media posts. People will DM me, people, when I meet people face to face, they'll tell me this is both men and women, people from different parts of the world, different cultures. And it's not magic. I'm just being honest about what's going on for me. And that resonates with everybody else that is experiencing that thing. So the post I recently shared, the one you're referring to, is about parenting and leadership in the workplace. Because as busy leaders, we often struggle with, okay, how can I be a present parent? How can I be the cool, awesome parent I always imagined I would be, while being busy creating and making things happen in the world of work? And what I've come to realize, Andrew, is number one, the importance of accepting who I am. Okay, the importance of accepting who I am. And that is always changing, right? We grow, we change, we learn. Right now, who I am is the kind of a human being who loves being a mom. I love being a mother. You've met my daughter. She's so cool. She's only 4 years old, but she's a cool kid. And and I'm using the word and quite deliberately. And I'm also someone who loves to work outside the home. I love my job. I love my business. And so it's not helpful to feel guilty when I'm not at home. It's not helpful at all. And so what I decided to do, even as early as 2 years ago, when my daughter was only 2 years old, I would tell her where I was going and what I was doing. So from a very young age, she knew that I talked to these people called clients, right? And I remember there was a time, this is so funny, she put her hand to the side of her face as though she was holding a phone. And I said to her, Mama, what are you doing? And she says, I'm talking to a client. And I burst out laughing. I burst out laughing. And I've made peace with that. I believe I'm a good mom. We'll see when she's older if that's true. But I believe I'm a good mom. I'm present with her when I'm present with her, and I talk about my work. Sometimes when I'm having a face-to-face Zoom call with a business partner, for example, she'll come in to stand next to me, and like one of my business partners in the UK has seen my daughter many times. So I'm not hiding and creating false separations in the different areas of my life. And I also talk to my daughter about what her dad does. Her dad is an architect. He talks to her about what he does. If there's a building that he was involved in that we pass as we're driving, he'll tell her that's some work he did. And we say, this is Mama's kazi, that's Baba's kazi. And everywhere we go, we'll go to a hotel. We went to a farm the other day, when we're in a mall. And I'll just explain to her that that's a certain type of kazi. This is another type of kazi. And for the non-Swahili speakers, kazi means job. Because I would love for my daughter to be inspired by work and to not dread it. And so that was what that post was about. Sometimes as parents, we pause our lives for our kids, and then your kid grows up and you're left bereft. Like, oh, what do I do now? And that was a post for any parent who has paused their life for a bit too long, or maybe has paused a project they've always wanted to work on for a bit too long because they're a parent. It happens a lot for moms, but it happens with dads too. I've coached a lot of really decent, awesome men who do feel that pressure of, I've kind of paused some things and I'm feeling some type of way about it. So that's what that post was about. And I have no doubt, I'm not the only parent who has felt that, thought that, wrestled with that. So I was just sharing openly my own experience.